guys. Okay, so we're going to be learning I am, and there are 7 I ams, and we're going to be learning it in this dance, and we're going to learn how to interpret those I ams. I am going to show you the beginning part of the dance. In the beginning part of the dance, we start from the bottom and we bring it up. Then we come down and then we bring it up, and it's a flow. It's just, we come up, down, up, down. And you see how I'm bending my knees when we go down, and I'm straightening them, I'm making them straight when I go up, and as I go up, I'm looking up. One thing I want to teach you is everywhere your hand goes, your head goes. So if your hands are down, your head should be down, down. You raise it up, your head is up. As your arms are going down, your head is going down with it. And we're going to do that 7 times and then turn. Up, down, 7 times, and then we turn, and then we come down slowly, but not so slow, okay? Because everyone has to do that same movement together. When you're turning, you see me here. Imagine this is the pulpit. These are the drums, and this is where that little podium is in the corner. Okay, so this is the setup so you can see the direction. So after that, we freeze. The next part is I am. Right hand across your chest, left hand comes up slowly. The next I am, this is where your leg is, just like this. Make sure it's closed, hold your stomach in to keep your balance. This arm comes down together, simultaneously. And then we go out this way. This is how it looks. We're here. And then you take your foot and you slide it back to its position. Slide it back, okay? It helps you to move slowly. So you're here, you step out, make sure you lunge, and make sure your head is following your hand. You go all the way down, and once your arm comes near your leg, you use your leg muscles, but use the heel of your foot. Your weight is there in the heel of your foot, but when you come up, you're going to shift your weight, and then you're going to drag your foot. Now you don't have to make it look all weird, because when you start talking about the technical part of it, sometimes we get too technical, we make it look weird. Make it look as natural as possible. So you're here, you just slide and come back. Make sure you hold your stomach in, stand straight up, look at the exit sign. Do not fidget, do not touch your face, do not fix your clothes, none of that. You guys are teenagers or preteens. You guys can kind of control yourself, control your movements. Little kids, they fidget, they do little things out of habit. But as you grow, you have to learn how to control yourself, and this is kind of like a discipline thing. So just stay focused, stand straight up, stare at that exit sign. If you're nervous, for some of us, this is our first time doing it. If you're nervous, the trick is don't look at anyone. You stare straight at that exit sign, okay? So you're here, and you stand as straight as possible, and you look straight ahead. Do not move. Remember, we're moving. And as people are looking at us, their eyes gravitate towards the thing that is moving. So it's very important that you do not move. The same thing when you're dancing. When you're dancing, try not to sing as you're dancing, because people's eyes gravitate to the thing that moves. And you're not there to sing, you are there to dance. You are there to amplify the song through movement. And when you're singing and dancing at the same time, you do yourself a disservice, because you can become out of breath quickly. But the most important thing I want you to take away from that is people's eyes gravitate towards what's moving. So if you're singing and you're dancing at the same time, people are going to be looking at your mouth. You want them to look at your movements, not your mouth. The song, the CD, they're singing, they're doing their thing. Our job is to move, okay? Okay, so after we do that, the lead is going to do her part, and everyone is going to stay frozen. That it is the lead part, and that part belongs to us. We only have one lead part. So the person who's doing the lead, everyone is in a line. You're going to step out for I am. You can use whatever foot you want, because this is you dancing. You can do the movement to whatever side you want to do it, because it's only you. Okay? I'm going to do mine to the right. I'm left-handed. I'm weird. So you do it the way you do it, but what's important is the movement, that you get the movement right. So we're here, you're here. You're going to step out for I am. I am the righteous one. And remember, wherever your hands go, your head goes. I am the righteous one. Make that declaration, okay? When your hand, you do that with power, okay? And do it as if you're really doing it unto God. That means your facial expressions can't be contradictory to your movements. You can't have a mean, grumpy looking face on when you're doing it. So I hope you can see my face clearly. Watch my facial expressions. Practice facial expressions, because that's important, because when we're dancing, we're communicating with our body. We're communicating with all of this, including our face. So everything must be in agreement with each other. I can't look mad and grumpy and look like I don't want to be doing this dance and then doing all of these movements. We're not ministering. It looks like someone is forcing us, and we don't want to look forced. Our purpose is to encourage the saints, to help lift them up, okay? We're sending them a message through movement, and we're accentuating that message through the expression of our bodies through dance. So that must also show on our faces, okay? So practice that. Practice it in the mirror. Watch my face. Look at my face and how I do it, and practice it. Smile. Practice smiling. Practice matching the emotion and the movement matching all of that together, because that makes your dance speak even that much more. Okay? So it is, I am the righteous one. I am, you see how I step back? The lamb. You're here, whichever arm you use. You're here. This is gonna stay frozen, and you're just gonna lean into it. Okay? And then you're going to point to yourself for I am. You're going to step forward. You're going to pull up from the bottom, the ram. You're going to take another small step in the bush for Abraham. You saw how I took 2 steps? You're here for the bush. Come back. 1, 2. The bush. You step back. Take that same leg that's forward. You step back to the side. It's actually 2 steps. You're moving your legs like 1, 2. Again, here, back, 1, 2. And as you're doing the 1, 2, you're pointing for over there, that guy over there, Abraham, in the Old Testament. Okay? So that's where that comes from. And you know the bush, how a bush is kind of like small. It's not big like a tree. So the bush, okay? So this is what it looks like all together. Just that first part. I am the righteous one. I am the righteous one. I am the lamb. I am the ram in the bush for Abraham. Okay, the next part is I am, you're going to step forward for the ultimate sacrifice for sin. I am the redeemer. Get down there. You know how you used to pay somebody out of your pocket? I am the redeemer, the beginning and the end. Write that down. I am, get down there, the redeemer. Your left hand comes over. You're pointing. You're going to point your finger here. The beginning. You see how I'm kind of like lunging? Then you come back, and the end. Okay, make that statement strong. And then you go into I am with everybody else.
I am the righteous one, and I am the lamb. I am the ram in the bush for Abraham. I am the ultimate sacrifice for sin. I am your redeemer, the beginning and the end.
Okay, so I am is going to be, we're going to make our first turn towards the drums. We are turning towards the right, to the drums. So our first turn is to the drums, and we turn 4 times. 4 times. Arms up. I am. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then to the left is when we do the windmill and the hop. And it's a small hop. Don't get crazy with it. Don't spread your legs out too far, because then you're going to be off. It's just step, 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 step. But you're not just stepping. You're kind of getting high with it. You're adding a little hop to it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then after that, after the 4th one, we're going to turn to the left. So you're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do it, the little step windmill thing to the right 4 times. So we're here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And when you're doing this, guys, move your head. Remember, where your arms go, your head goes, okay? And remember to smile and to look pleasant when you're doing it. Don't look evil. Okay, so the movement is this. So you're here for I am, 1, 2, and if I noticed some of you guys were having trouble doing the spinning on the ball of your foot thing, pivoting, because if it's easier to pivot, because instead of walking around, you lose your balance when you're turning and you come out of your place. Pivoting helps you stay in your place. So when you're pivoting, your foot, the foot that you're turning on, stays flat on the floor. You don't move. The only leg that's really moving is, this is your left, and you're spinning here. And don't go out too wide, because then you look awkward. You just keep it here, you know, a little distance apart, and you're just turning, but you're spinning on the ball of your foot, and you're just going around. Practice that. Don't be like this, because then you look off balance. You're supposed to help you keep your balance. Okay? I'm getting dizzy. So that's a pivot. I'm going to turn this way because I'm dizzy. Okay. So you're here. We're going to turn first towards the drums. So we're here. Remember, arms up in praise. Make sure I have an issue where my thumbs are out. I try so hard to correct that, especially when I'm doing dances, my thumbs are out. But your hands, everything are together, and you're here, okay? So you're not here, you're not here, you're not here, you're right here, like a V, okay? When you're here, your right arm comes out, and then you get prepared for I am Jehovah. Remember, that's kind of slow, but do it to the beat. You'll see it when I do it. Practice it with me. Okay, you're here, then you come down slowly, and then you freeze. Okay, and then remember, after that is I am the resurrection, I am the life. That's the next time you move. So it's 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Here. For I am the life. And you do it again. I am. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. you said you're comfortable doing it on your left hand. It'll be easier for you. That's why we're moving towards the drums first. It'll be easier for you to be here, to turn towards your right. Okay, your left hand is out for the end, and you're doing this with your right hand. It's easier for you to turn towards the drums. So that's why everyone is turning first towards the drums, because if I remember it correctly, you said it's easier for you to do it with your right hand. Okay? Okay. So that is the first part of the dance. The next part of the dance is going to get progressively harder. Okay, if I see you guys are having trouble, I might change it a little bit. So I'm not going to record it just yet. I'm going to introduce it to you on Monday. We see how that goes. Because during the rehearsal, I may have to change it a little bit if it's a little too hard. And then after we have the rehearsal, I'll record it again so that you can practice it at home during the week. And I'll put it up for you guys. Okay, so I'll see you guys Monday.